here from the Sorty Switch channel. This is going to be my first product review. I haven't done any of these yet. I've been doing nothing but gig logs, and we'll see some more of those coming up real shortly. But I want to talk about something that's come up in a lot of the Presonus forums, and that is cases for the Studiolive 24. There's a lot of options out there for the 16 because it's a rack mountable mixer, but the 24, there's not a whole lot of stuff out there other than some of those eBay brand Rode cases or some of the more higher end custom built cases. And there's a new product that came out just recently from Gator that is the gmix 2225-8. The reason that I went with this case is, one, it was affordable. I'm not going on the road. I'm doing just small stuff. I need to transport it between either home and practice or home and a gig every now and then. I only use it maybe once a month, if that. So I wanted something just to protect the board, something that was easy to get around. I wanted something that was light. The case is that. It is very light. Most Rode cases, you know, will have either wheels on them or even without wheels. They're going to weigh just about as much as the board, if not more. The price point on the gmix, I think, is right around $275, I think. Somewhere right around there. There's a couple things, we're going to open it up here in a second, but there are a couple things that are not great about this case. The case is not built specifically for the Studiolive. It's just that the Studiolive technically fits in this case. However, the dimensions are just about the exact dimensions of the mixer. First impressions, it's light, it's easy to handle, the latches are nice. I will probably move to a full Rode case at some point, but for now I needed something that was better than the box, and this fits the bill. So let's take a look at the case. Alright, so here's a shot of the case. Alright, so I want to show you a close-up of the handle and the latches. It's plastic. Looks like it may have some metal in here, but it's heavy duty. It's not flimsy. It's not cheap. It's got a nice sturdy feel to it. The latches have a little push button on the bottom. They pop right open. They're super easy to open. I could see those being maybe a failure point at some place down the future if I got them caught on something. And then you can see the extrusions kind of have to be stretched apart because the board does push this out a little bit. Now I could remove some of this foam in here. I really don't want to do that. I'd like to keep the integrity of the case together in the event that I would turn around and sell it or use it for maybe another product. Click those in. It does come with a key. You can lock this up. I keep the key inside the case. So if you're ever out on a gig with me and you know where the key's at now. On the side, it has a lifting handle. Again, you can see that flex. It's gonna hold up, but I don't know how long it's gonna last on me. It is screwed in, but it does have a handle on each side. And then it also has these hinges here on the back. So if you pop open, it will stay open, which is a nice feature for this style case. Okay. I'll open it up. Now it doesn't have a removable lid. Okay, it has a fixed lid, and they come with these little pads. And they stack up in different, or they stack in different formations. I've got this so it sits on the top of the lid and then kind of compresses right here in the middle of the board. Now you may be wondering why this doesn't look like it's sitting all the way down in there, and the reason is it can't. When I first got it, I got it home, I was all excited. I put the mixer in, sank it all the way down, and it actually, the case is like, I don't know, maybe half an inch too small, because what happens is when you press it down, it actually presses out on this outside wall and bows so that your extrusions here won't match up because I mean, it is plastic. It does have metal extrusions. It's just a very small extrusion, but it is a bit flexible. So with that, once the board went in, I couldn't get the board back out. It does have some cutouts here so you can try and get your hands in there, but it was so tight that I literally had to try and get something around the board to pull it out. So what I did to alleviate that here, I'll just lift this up, is I went ahead and took some of the foam padding or foam blocks out of the Studiolive box packaging, and I just cut them up and slipped them in here in the corner. I may carpet them just to make them look a little nicer, but what this does is it allows the board to slide down, just not all the way down in the case, and it still has plenty of support underneath it, and then with the compression from the top pieces to go ahead and keep that so it doesn't rattle around at all. One of the other features that I'd like to point out is that it does come with some foam blocks that go on the inside. So if your board is smaller or maybe not as wide, you can put some blocks in there to help it from moving around, or you could use it as another little storage compartment. What this allowed me to do, though, which is really pretty cool, is that because there's enough room underneath the board now, I went ahead and just took a small, like a screw organizer, and I put all of my mix tags in here. So I've got those all labeled out into different sections, and maybe we could talk about mix tags at a different time. This is the gmix 2225-8 from Gator. It is an option for you Studiolive owners out there. I know that there's a lot of question of what's the best case. I don't think this is the best case, but it is a case, and it's under the $300 option, or under the $300 range, and is going to be much lighter and a little bit easier to get around than a full-blown road case. So that's it. We'll check out some gig logs, and we'll see this sucker out here on the road and gig logs to come.